Alright guys, so I'm going back and restarting this project because for some reason I did not load up the first 8 steps. So this is project 3 and I'm going to do the beginning of it. So right now we're just going to be working in the whole workbook. It says rental rates workbook, which is the name of the workbook, not the name of the worksheets. So we're dealing with themes. Number 1, retrospect. We know that themes is in... Why am I struggling with this? Page layout. Alright, themes over here on the left hand side. And retrospect. Number 1's done. You don't really see much of a difference, but when we go to do stuff, the theme will come through. Okay, rename worksheets. So it wants the first one, which is currently called houseboats, to be sales data. So you can either double click on it or you can right click and say rename. So sales data. Done. Numero 3. Change tab colors. Okay, so the sales data worksheet that we just renamed, we're going to change tab color. So we're going to right click tab color, and I believe it wants orange accent 2, which is right here. It almost looks like a brown. 3 is done. 4, format worksheets. So now we're going to be changing tab colors some more. The powerboats and PWCs. So we're going to right click on that, tab color. Now it wants orange accent 2, so it's this one, but it wants darker 25%. So we'll come down here. Number 4 is done. Number 5, append data. So it wants us to import an Excel sheet from another file. So it says in row 13, and it says we're going to be doing this in the toys and accessories worksheet. So the last worksheet, row 13. So you can either click on the number 13 or you can just click on A13. Alright, so we're going to go to data because it wants us to pull in some data from another worksheet. So append data. So that's why we know it's in the data tab. It says import more toys located in the GMetrix templates folder. So I'm going to say from text because it's not from the web or from access. So it's going to be from text. And we're going to go to our GMetrix templates folder to find the more toys file. Of course, it says it's not responding right now because that would just be super convenient. So we'll give it a second. Let the computer work. There it goes. So GMetrix templates. And there's the more toys. So you double click it and it opens it up. Now there's some important information here. It says comma delimited. So it says choose the file type that best describes your data, delimited. All right. And then how does it want us to separate the data? So right now it's being separated by commas, and so it wants us to do comma delimited, not tab delimited. So we're going to uncheck tab, select comma, and then we can just click finish because it says to accept all other details. If you want to click next, you can, but none of this pertains to us. So we just say finish and click OK. And here's our new data that has just joined in. So number 5 is done. 6 wants us to delete a row, row 13, because we already have a header row. We don't need a second header row, so we can just right click on 13 and say delete. So 6 is done. 7, it wants us to renumber, resequence the numbers. So rows 13 through 22. It wants us to use the autofill function to replace the stuff in the item number column, column A, so that it continues the sequence 11 through 20. So you see 8, 9, 10, it goes back to 1, 2. So we're just going to highlight the sequence. It doesn't matter if you highlight 9, 10, or 8, 9, 10, or you could highlight the whole sequence if you really wanted to. but then we're just going to grab the little box in the bottom right hand corner so our cursor changes to a little plus sign, and then we're going to drag it down, and you should see it as you're dragging down, the number should appear. So that's 18, 19, and wants it to go 11 through 20, so we're going to drop it at 20, and now our sequence is back in order. So now we're going to do number 8, which is the last one that we got to do for this video. Find and replace. Okay, that's in the Home tab. Find and select, and then you can say replace. Or if you want to do the keyboard shortcut, Control F brings up the find function, and then you can just click on the replace tab, and it says find what? It wants us to find everywhere it says jet ski and replace it with personal watercraft. Now don't get ahead of yourselves. Okay, it says to replace data in a workbook, not just this worksheet. It wants the whole workbook. So we want to find jet ski in this worksheet, the powerboats and PWCs, and in the sales data worksheet, not just the toys and accessories. So we got to open up options, and you see how it says within, and it's automatically set to just this sheet. We want to change it to workbook, and then we can say replace all. And it says all done. We made 6 replacements. Perfect. Exit out of it. Number 8's done, and we are done. The rest of the videos are up there, so enjoy and good luck.